Hey, you guys, my alarm's going to go off in 5 minutes because I got to pick up my son from school. Do you guys think I can schedule a whole year's worth of industry specific content before then? Let's see. I'm going to jump into industry specific tips, commercial real estate. That's my demo account. Already the prompt is copied into my clipboard, so I'm just going to paste this and create the first 10 posts. Next thing I'm going to do is go to optional refinements and choose this first option that converts it to a CSV that I can import into the software and have it automatically schedule for me. So what it's doing now is converting all those 10 posts into the correct format. While it's doing that, I'm going to go back here and click here, and it's going to say copied, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to have it create another 10. While it's doing that, I'm going to go back here and copy this optional refinement into the clipboard again. And as you can see, I'm just going to go back and forth until I'm done. So this is converting the second batch of 10. Now I have 20. It's creating the third set. This part's kind of boring, so I'll likely kind of speed past this. And what I'm doing is I'm watching for that button to appear. That's how you can speed up this operation. You can paste it, but you'll notice that it makes you wait until it's done. This is the fourth batch. And as soon as that button appears, I can click it and get to work. Here's the fifth batch. And then we convert it. I'm going to copy this and get ready for the sixth batch. It's writing the posts. I'm going to get ready to convert it. Ooh, I'm looking at that clock. I don't like the odds here of finishing in time, but let's give it a shot. Fantastic. I'm about to start on the seventh batch. And the reason I'm doing 100 is there's 52 weeks in a year. I want to do 2 posts a week that are industry specific. So this can be like a weekend thing. This can be a Tuesday, Thursday thing. It's totally up to you and your client. Okay, let's do an 8th batch. How does that sound? Keep things rolling. Guys, I'm not sure if we're going to make it. Prepare for that 9th batch. And then we can convert them. Nice. All right, the 10th batch. Notice that it's also explaining how to convert this to the correct CSV format when we're done here. That's really helpful. So make sure you read that part. I'm going to go through it real quick, but it's always good to read the details. All right, it's actually creating this last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning, and let's start with that first batch, and I'll show you what I'm doing with these. So in order to get these into a format where I can actually post them, I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to actually close this. I don't need it anymore. So going back here, I'm going to jump into Google Sheets, and I'm just going to paste. And then I will go back here. So I'm just going to kind of go back and forth and just paste each of these sections of 10. The reason I don't just do all 100 is it can't. ChatGPT has a limit, and 10 seems to be the sweet spot without making mistakes and without kind of just quitting. You could do 10 at a time regularly without any issues. So we don't recommend doing more than 10 at a time. Look at all these posts. This is great. So you'll also notice on the left that we've actually created all of the columns that are required for our import feature. So that's part of the magic behind this new feature that converts it into the right thing. Literally, that is the alarm to go pick up my kid. So we did not make it in time, however. Sorry, Cole, you're going to have to wait a little longer because I really want to finish this video. He's in high school, so it's not quite as bad as it sounds. And let's see, is this the last bunch or not? So many posts. Okay, that's the last batch. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to select column A. I'm going to go to data, and I am going to split text to columns. We're not done. You need to go to the separator and select semicolon. And the reason for that is it's extremely reliable compared to the other ones. So what you'll find is that some of them that are bleeding over like this, it forgot to create the, it didn't extract the link. This is a link to my demo website. Sometimes it doesn't do that. So there will be some manual work involved. And what you do is just take this and then copy it all the way down, because the link is the same in all of these industry ones. You're just trying to drive people to your website. So once you do that, the only remaining thing is to delete these extra rows. You don't need row headings every single time. Only the one at the very top is needed. Delete row. Delete row. Child Protective Services is being called. But I am committed to you guys. Okay. That looks so fantastic, you guys. Okay. So now we've got all these wonderful social posts. So we just need to go to File, Download, comma separated values, and we're done. So now we can go back to the software and go to Publish. We can go to Import. We can select our category, which is going to be, let's do awareness. I would recommend something like industry tips. Then we can click here to go find that spreadsheet we just downloaded. Here it is. And let it go to work. So I can add this to queue. I can hold it for my purview later. I'm not going to, I'll hold it because I do recommend you do that. Make sure you have all of your, it's going to automatically select your default accounts. And I'm going to add this to the queue. No errors found, all messages processed. So look at all these. So it's basically, this is social media marketing agency commercial real estate broker's tip. That's what each one of these are. And now what you can do, every time you get a new client, instead of leaving that really long thing here, the commercial real estate tip, just do a copy, like a find and replace, and you can replace this with, let's say the brokerage's name is Allstate. Say Allstate real estate tip. And then you could download your CSV and upload it. I also recommend doing a data sort. So select everything, and between each one of your clients, sort the sheet. That way it's different. The order is different for every single client. And that's it. If there's any tweaks you need to make, you can do that here. It already has hashtags. It already has emoji. And you are good to go. I would also recommend going to your schedule for the industry tips and make sure it only has 2 different places for industry tips. And if you use other kinds of industry tips, you would want to create a whole new category called, ChatGPT industry tips, and make sure it only appears 2 places on your schedule per week. That way you'll have a whole year's worth of posts. Now, hopefully my kid isn't screaming at me when I get there, but thanks you guys. That was a lot of fun, and I hope it helps.